Okay, so my name is Noelle,
My name is Carly.
and we did the ketogenic diet. So, the ketogenic diet is primarily used for weight loss. It's a low carb, high fat diet and involves minimizing carbohydrate intake and substituting with fat. This substitution allows for your body to go into a ketosis state. Ketosis is when your body burns fat faster for energy instead of using carbs for fuel. And it can also turn fat into these things called ketones, and that is inside of the liver, and then it sends them to your brain for energy, and this lowers blood sugar and insulin levels. So this can aid in weight loss. In the 19th century and still sometimes now, it's used for controlling type 2 diabetes. It reduces seizures and epilepsy, glycogen storage disease, minimizes polycystic ovary syndrome, and it's good for heart health and brain health. So the nutrition effects, it minimizes glucose and carbs, using carbs, so it uses fat to burn for energy. Stored fat ketones are produced in the liver, and then that is used in the absence of glucose. So for nutrition, this means a lot of substitution of from carbs to fats and a change in your diet, basically. It suggests that you use about 80% of fat from total calories, and you stay away from like very starchy foods like bread, pasta, cookies, and rice. And you also stay away from high carb vegetables such as like corn and potatoes, and allows for foods and high or allows foods high in saturated and unsaturated fats, and those things are butter and processed meats, and then unsaturated fats are avocado, nuts, and oils, as you can see in this little diagram right here. So with physical activity, it has good and bad claims. So the positive impacts, it can speed muscle recovery. So like after your workout, your muscles are recovering quicker. It enhances fat burning, obviously, since fat is burned as an energy source instead of using carbs. It enhances endurance from the energy that the fat is burning. And then it has negative impacts as well that have been claimed. It drains energy levels because you have a different source of energy that could actually make it harder to utilize that energy, and it exhausts an athlete quicker. Um, you're more likely at the beginning of this diet to see these negative impacts because your body is still getting used to these different energy sources and it's transitioning into everything. And then it impairs muscle growth because you're probably not going to get a super high protein intake. Normally, you do like a pound per or a gram per pound of your body weight, and this one requires like 3/4 to like, yeah, like 75% protein intake.
All right, so the treatment or management of the keto diet is that it is a medical diet or a therapeutic diet. It is kind of made to aid or stabilize in medical conditions such as like epilepsy or maybe a little bit of weight loss. And then the doctors would usually use a keto diet if two or more treatments did not work for the child. So for long-term complications, it can increase the risk of a child having a vitamin or mineral deficiency. It can also cause heart disease or other chronic diseases. It can also cause disordered eating, which is also not good as a child is still growing. It's not the safest option for someone with conditions concerning the pancreas, the liver, the thyroid, or the gallbladder, because that's what it affects the most. And other complications would be kidney stones, non-insulin dependent diabetes, low blood pressure, and constipation. So for more relevant information, most health experts don't really like it. They kind of hate it because of how the long-term effects actually hurt some people. Then everybody's experience is different. So not everybody is going to have the same thing. You're not going to lose as much weight as the next person. And as people think, it was originally for weight loss, but it was actually to treat epilepsy in like the 1920s. It's also vital that you plan so you know how much you're going to get, like calorie wise, protein, all that other stuff. And so you don't get your vitamin and mineral deficiencies, you want to have supplements with that.
And then these are our sources, and all of the pictures are hyperlinked.